All right, Scorpio and Ophiuchuses, welcome to your weekly Sidereal Astrology forecast for September 21st to the 27th. My name is Athen. So, a lunar eclipse this week on Sunday here taking place in your fifth house of self-expression. This has been a very transformational part of your chart, actually, with the South Node transiting this area for the past 2 years. This is where a lot of the eclipses have been taking place. And it's all about finding the voice, finding the self-expression, the creativity, the passion, which is always a very spiritual thing for you because it is Pisces, and implementing that into the life path energy for you right now, which is about groups or organizations, your ideals, your visions for the future, community-related things, or just things larger than self. So this Sunday, when we have this lunar eclipse, there is a lot of awareness. It's a spiritual, very spiritual lunar eclipse, as they have been here in Pisces. So it's that pondering kind of energy, reflecting on things, about your passion, about what you're excited about, and sharing those excitements with the world or with others or with your local community or your friends, your networks, your organizations, anything in that 11th house sector. So that's going to be the high point of the week, and as the week unfolds, we'll be feeling that heightening of energy there. Now, as you can see here, there's a lot of transits taking place this week. I'm going to go ahead and go through them one by one. If you have any questions, please comment down below. And by the way, this is for Sidereal Astrology, so if you are new to this form of astrology, do check the description down below for more information on this. But you can see here there's the easier energies, and then things start to shift and they become more challenging here midweek. So let's go ahead and break it up. One thing that's going on all week is Saturn is sextiling up to the North Node. And this is actually going to be going on all the way until October 11th. This is support, and this is an easier energy to work with when it comes to the life path stuff, with which, like I said, for you is all relating to those group or community related things. So it's all about Saturn, who's been helping you get very grounded and disciplined with your spirituality or with things behind the scenes or with the unknown, which is that 12th house. And all of that is in a nice harmonious aspect to this 11th, which can help you implement a lot of this, again, passion into those philanthropic or things larger than self. Now, Venus trines up to Uranus this week, this early part, so there is some excitement in the air. And for you, it might be involving relationships, since Venus rules your 7th house, or even those spiritual matters. So mixing things up, seeing things in a new light can be quite nice, and it can mean some opportunities to maybe express yourself or whatnot. And it's all happening in the area of your chart that has to do with your career and your work, your 10th house. There's a lot of energy here. A lot of you should be quite motivated. Your energy levels should be quite high right now at the moment, with your ruler Mars up at the top of the chart in a friendly sign. There should be opportunities, and at the very least, an optimism about the career stuff coming in for you, and you can continue to enjoy all that. Maybe meeting people, connecting with others at work and things like that, and that could be an exciting sort of energy, or it could be an opportunity, to express or do something, that's a little bit more passionate and closer to the heart for you in that career or public sector. Now, also this early part of the week, the sun is going to be conjoining up to the North Node, which means the sun will then be sextiling up to Saturn. So this is relating to that career sector, since the sun does rule your 10th house. So more positive energy with that. I think you guys will be learning quite a bit, at least through your experiences, or maybe there's going to be a certain experience this week that can illuminate the 10th house for you, the career stuff, your legacy, your future, your life path, and how to bring that into fruition, or just learning more about it and implementing it in your daily life. So that's quite nice. And again, support from Saturn. It can be a very creative time for all of us, and for you, it's in the work sector this early to middle part of the week. Then midweek, things start to shift. Mercury squares up to Pluto. Mercury's been retrograde there in that 11th house. So if you are reflecting on things such as, the group stuff, your friends, reflecting on that kind of stuff, things larger than self, all of that, your ideals, your visions for the future, this is the kind of energy where you want to continue to reflect on it and be open to modification there, and rework any concepts or anything that you're involved with in that sector. And this week is very important to be open-minded with that, because a square from Pluto, and this is the second aspect now out of the 3 that's going to take place with this Mercury transit, is to have the non-attachment and be willing to allow things to change, maybe in terms of how you didn't see them, with your visions, with your future goals or your group stuff. And through that, then this can be a very constructive transit, because Pluto is about change that sometimes we don't want to make, or it's deeper than we're able to see. So if you are open to the change, then this can become very, very constructive. And this is very much relating to those 11th house matters. So patience of the mind is a big one. Now, patience in general, the second half of the week, especially for you Scorpios and Ophiuchuses, because Mars is going to be squaring up to Saturn. So this energy, when it's a ruler especially, it can sometimes be a little bit frustrating. Depends on your personal chart. It depends on how, the planets are aspected for you personally. But, with Mars up at the top and with Mars in a friendly sign, I don't think it's going to be too much of a concern, especially with Saturn exalted. So this can be a very constructive second half of the week. 2 steps forward, 1 step back, long-term sort of goals. When you see the big picture, when you're open to taking things nice and slow and not wanting the immediate, goal, you're willing to put the short-term goals sort of aside, or start to work at the short-term goals to meet the much larger goal, then this can be a very constructive time. And that's what the square represents, is building. And that's what I'm getting a sense of. A lot of this building with your career the second part of the week. And if it does feel like there's roadblocks or you're not quite able to push forward too strongly, that's okay. Ease up a little bit, take a second, take a step back, and with patience and perseverance, things can, in the long term start to work out for you, but it'll be because of this perseverance, or because of whatever it is that you're building here this week in regards to it. It's also involving your routine too, and your health and your diet. Bringing extra attention to your health and diet, I think, will be important the second half of the week, and that can further be a very constructive element for you. So that's it for the aspects. Pluto is going to go station direct. This is your guys' secondary ruler. So if you've been feeling over the past 6 months things are kind of on pause, or not moving forward, it could be I don't really think that's the case, because you guys have all this energy at the top of the chart. But if it's been sort of reflective or more introspective, Pluto now moving forward tends to bring that energy out. So over the next coming weeks and months, you'll start to feel like the things, especially relating to your confidence levels, or what you can achieve in life, or maybe even the financial stuff, if that's been on the back burner, will start to move forward for you, and things will be easier to accomplish and move and strive forward, because this is the house that has to do with the things that we value in life and pursuing those things. And whenever a planet's retrograde, it's often a time of reflecting on and redoing that, whereas when it's direct, it becomes much more apparent and easier to work with in the outward sense. So being open there, and always being open to change when it comes to those material things, is the very important emblem with Pluto in your second house. So that's it for all the aspects. And then, like I said, on Sunday, we do have that lunar eclipse. So as the week unfolds, more of that reflection about your passions in life that are really meaningful to you, which is Pisces, and how to implement that into whatever it is that you have visions for the future. So Scorpio, have a great week. Thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, please let me know, and I'll see you all next time. Take care.